All right, I'm back. All right, now look, today I'm gonna show y'all how I make stuffed peppers. This is what you're gonna need. 4 bell peppers, use whatever colors you want. You're gonna use a half of a red onion. You're gonna need complete seasoning, seasonal salt, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, the herbs de Provence, black pepper, minced garlic. I have some leftover basmati rice that I'm going to be using. You can use whatever type of rice that you want, or if you would like it to be a little bit more on the healthier side, of course, you can choose to not use rice. That's completely up to you. Mozzarella cheese, Vermont sharp cheddar. I'm going to be using about a pound of ground beef. Yes, you can use turkey if you would like. And I'm going to be using the hot Jimmy Dean pork sausage. Yes, you can use mild, or you can not use pork altogether. You see that? You see that? You see that? Don't ask me for the damn ingredient list. Come on, Chad. In a large skillet, I'm going to go in and add about a half a tablespoon of some extra virgin olive oil. I'm now going to go in and add in the minced red onion. Like I said, that was a half of a red onion that I've minced down. And I didn't mention this earlier, but you are going to need some tomato paste. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 375. This whole recipe does not take long to put together, child, so go ahead and preheat your oven. To bring out the natural sweetness from the tomato paste, I'm going to go on ahead and add that directly to the pan to kind of toast it off a little bit. And I'm adding in roughly about 1.5 tablespoons of that. And now I'm going to go on ahead and mix that in as well. Make sure your temperature is not up too high. You can now go in and add in your pound of your ground beef. And I'm only adding in a half of the package of the spicy breakfast sausage. And now go on ahead and mix all of this together. You're going to add in 1 tablespoon of the Badia's complete seasoning, a half a tablespoon of seasoned all salt, a half a tablespoon of garlic powder, a half a tablespoon of onion powder, a rounded teaspoon of the herbs de Provence. My oven is nice and ready to go at 375. And some crushed black peppercorn. Give all of that a good mixing. Get all that seasoning through and through, honey. And to help soften the meat to the texture that I like to add in 1/4 of a cup of water. Give that a mix. Yes, Lord. You can now turn off the heat, and you're going to add in some of the rice. You can add in as much or as little rice as you would like. I'm probably going to add in about 2 heaping ladlefuls of the rice to this. I don't want it to be too much rice. That's about how much I added in, which was half of the bowl. And like I said, turn the heat off, and now just go on ahead and give this a good mix. Your mixture at this point is all done. At this stage, you can taste it for any additional seasonings if you would like, but you should be good to go. As far as your peppers are concerned, you can choose to either cut off the top and stuff it directly in and keep it whole, but I like to slice mine in half. Now that I got my peppers all sliced up, I'm going to go on ahead and just fill them up. And just to give you a point of reference, I really like to make sure that I really pack it in. So as you're stuffing them, just make sure that you're pressing it down so that it's nice and packed. All right, now that we have all of our peppers beautifully stuffed, now we could just top them off with cheese. I'm going to start off with mozzarella right across the top. Just like so. And then I like to finish it off with the cheddar right across the top. For those of you that are lactose intolerant, child, just don't put cheese. I don't know what to tell you. Don't make a big deal about it. Put this in the oven, bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes uncovered, 375. And I purposely always make extra mixture because I like to actually serve my pepper on a bed of some of just the meat mixture itself. So I'll show y'all that in a few moments. And that right there, my friends, is how I like to make my stuffed bell peppers. Now, if you're a person that likes, the whole tomato sauce thing, by all means, add yourself in some tomato sauce, whatever your favorite kind is. But this is kind of how I like mine. I like mine kind of straight to the point. I like a little bit of crisp to my pepper. If you prefer to have your peppers a little bit softer and you don't want to have to bake it as long, you can always partially boil your peppers for a few moments in some salt water. But this is how I get down with mine. Just straight to the point. And that, my friends, is how I make my stuffed bell peppers. This recipe will be dropping very, very soon. So make sure y'all are following me on TikTok at Simply Food by TY and Tobias Young on YouTube. Let's go on for a taste, shall we? Period.